fx is given, gx is given. We have to find value of this. f1 by 4. When we put 1 by 4 in place of x, here we will also put 1 by 4. Then we get minus 5. G minus 2. Minus 2 here. This will be equal to 1 by 8 square, that is equal to 64. G0 power 0, that is equal to 1. Now we put value of f1 by 4, g minus 2 and g0 in this expression. Minus 5, 64, 1. Then we get 51. This condition is satisfied for all real value of x and y, and it is also given that f minus 3 by 5 is equal to 12. Then we have to find function fx. Since this condition is satisfied for all real value of x and y, we put x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0. Then we get value of f0 is 0. Now we write down this result here. f0 is equal to 0. We put an arbitrary constant c in place of y and get this. Differentiate this both sides with respect to x and get this, because after differentiating fx we write f dash x. Therefore we write this, and after differentiating constant number we get 0. Now this is true for all real value of x, therefore we put x is equal to 0, because this is also true for x is equal to 0. Then we get this, that means f dash c is equal to f dash 0. Since 0 is a fixed constant, therefore f dash 0 will also be a fixed constant. We suppose f dash 0 is equal to k, some constant number. Then we have f dash c is equal to k, because k is equal to f dash 0. Since this is true for all real value of c, that means this is true for all real value of x. We can write f dash x as dfx by dx. Since derivative of fx is k, therefore integral of k will be fx. After differentiating this we get this. Therefore after integrating this we will get fx, because integration is inverse process of differentiation. After differentiating we get this. Here a is arbitrary constant. When we integrate we write an arbitrary constant at the end. This A is arbitrary constant. Putting x is equal to 0, we get this, but value of f0 is 0. Therefore, we will put 0 in place of f0 here. Then we get A is equal to 0. When we put 0 in place of A here, we get fx is equal to kx. Putting -3 in place of x, we get this. But it is given in the question that f -3 by 5 is equal to 12. That means this will be equal to this. From this we get k is equal to -20. When we put this value of k here, we get fx is equal to -20x. Gx plus y is equal to gx times gy for all real value of xy, and g minus 1 by 3 is equal to 2. We have to find the function gx. Since this condition is satisfied for all real value of x and y, we put x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0 at these places. Then we get g0 is equal to g0 square. Shifting this on right hand side becomes equal to this. Taking g0 common, we get two value of g0 is equal to 0 or g0 is equal to 1. Out of these two value, which one should be accepted and which one should be rejected, we will have to decide first this thing. At present, I write this value and this value both here, and later on we will decide which of these two is acceptable. g0 is equal to 0, g0 is equal to 1. We put -1 by 3 in place of x here, and 0 in place of y here. If g0 is equal to 0, then we write 0 here. 0 times g minus 1 by 3 will be 0. That means g minus 1 by 3 is equal to 0. But in the question it is given that g minus 1 by 3 is equal to 2, not 0. That means g0 is equal to 0 is not acceptable value. Then there is only possibility that g0 is equal to 1. Therefore this is acceptable value. We write this value of g0. g0 is equal to 1. Since gx plus y is equal to gx times gy, putting an arbitrary constant c in place of y, we get this. Differentiating both sides with respect to x, we get this. Putting 0 in place of x here and here, we get this. That means we get g dash c is equal to g dash 0 gc. Since this is true for all real value of arbitrary constant c, that means this is true for all real value of x. 0 is fixed constant. Therefore, g dash 0 will also be fixed constant. Therefore, we suppose g dash 0 is equal to k. Then this can be written like this. Since g dash x means d gx by dx, therefore this can be written as this. If we suppose gx is equal to u and we write u in place of gx here and here, then we get this. Here is du. Therefore, we shift this u on the left hand side and this dx on the other side, that means on the right hand side. Now we integrate both sides. Since k is constant, therefore by property of integration, this k can be taken outside the integration side. By using this formula, we integrate this. By using this formula, we integrate this, and when we integrate at the end, we add arbitrary constant, that means constant of integration. This b is constant of integration. Now we put gx in place of u. Now by using this formula of logarithm, we can write that gx is equal to e to the power kx plus b. Putting x is equal to 0 here and here, we get this. But value of g0 is 1, therefore we get 1 is equal to e to the power b. Since e to the power 0 will be equal to 1, that means value of b will be 0. When we put 0 in place of b here, then we get gx is equal to this. That means gx is equal to e to the power kx. This can be written like e to the power kx can be written like e to the power k to the power x. E is constant and k is also a constant. Therefore, e to the power k will also be a constant number. We suppose this constant number e to the power k as a, and we write a here, then we get gx is equal to a to the power x. Putting minus 1 by 3 in place of x, we get g minus 1 by 3 is equal to this. But it is given that g minus 1 by 3 is equal to 2. That means 2 is equal to 1 by a to the power 1 by 3. This gives a is equal to 1 by 8. when we put 1 by 8 in place of a here, then we get gx is equal to 1 by 8 to the power x.